After hearing that voice telling her to stop, Eve then turns around and says, "Oh, so you're back." The person then making himself visible, revealing to be Griffin, saying, "There's things about Pretorius you need to know, my dear. Come, let's head back to the Foundation and I'll explain all." Back at the Foundation, Griffin then tells Eva, "You know the man, Septimus Pretorius. He worked here once at the Foundation. He was a scientist, a damn good one as well, a lot smarter than me." "So what happened?" "Well, after he thought our job was to create the illusion man is alone, and then we could no longer keep that alive, he thought that the Foundation were going against everything it stood for. I told employees that if they wished to step out, now would be their time, and he did. Little did we know that he actually went to the Order and is now a scientist for them. And he's been known to be a bit of a lunatic in his past. But if anything, before he even thinks about destroying anything, he'll want to understand it, know how it works, and then make the decision. I just hope Adam can keep him fascinated." Adam is then sat down in a small room where he has the bag taken off his head. Pretorius then comes into the room saying, "I do apologize for the bag, but you cannot know where we are located. Oh, and by the way, can somebody please take these chains off him, okay? He's not an animal, he is a living being, for crying out loud." Adam then says, "No need." Adam then breaks out of the cuffs, saying, "I'm here of my own free will. Now why are you here? Who are you, and what are you doing with my father's body?" "Would you care for some tea? Cigarette?" "I'm going to smoke one anyway." Pretorius then lights a cigarette and then says to Adam, "So what do you want to know?" "I'm a scientist, have quite the PhD. I studied biology, storm patterns, you name it. But I have grown particularly fascinated with death. Is there a way to undo death? Of course, science thinks that once you're dead, you stay dead. The dead don't come back. But I always knew that the dead don't die. That's where I was found by an agent of the Foundation that gave me a job here. But of course then, when the Foundation was changing their ways, I did not agree with this. Monsters now known to man, and I feel I've been on the wrong side until now. So, I don't think Frankenstein's work is an abomination. If anything, it's a sign." "A sign?" said Adam. "What do you mean, a sign?" "Well, a sign. You see, Frankenstein was the creator, you the creation. I believe Frankenstein was ahead of his time in his research. He was given the gift of creating life like God, but did not understand. Therefore, he rejected you for it. But it's the 21st century. Things have changed a lot since then. We can now bring people back from the dead if we are fast enough. But what if we could cure that altogether? I believe once we have cured death, we can then cure disease. Because I feel that without death, people can have time to observe the sick and work even more, have the time, all the time in the world. Not only that, but once we think people can live forever, we can then find a way to create a system where we can decide who lives for how long or who wants to die. Man can become immortal, and then maybe, just maybe, man don't have to fear monster. You said I'm not a monster. Of course you're not. You, my friend, are fascinating. You were the first of your kind, and for a while the only one, till I believe the Foundation created you a bride. Yes. How about we bring your father in? No! Please. I've brought the man back to life. I need to know if he is all there in himself. I don't want to see that monster. Ah, you see, I want Frankenstein to know that his work was a gift of God, but he could not understand it. Please, maybe we can make him feel something towards you in this ordeal. Adam reluctantly agrees as Frankenstein is brought in. Adam saying, "What's happened?" He was very intense, so we had to relax him. But hopefully, the slightest trigger could bring back all his memories. Let us see with you, Adam. Adam then goes up to Frankenstein as he sits there like a vegetable. Adam then looking, "Do you remember me?" Victor. Victor. Then Victor turns to him saying, "Victor, that's your name. Victor Frankenstein. You've been reborn, as Pretorius here has put it." Then Pretorius says, "Why don't you touch him? See what happens." Adam then touches Frankenstein. As a jolt of electricity comes from his hand and into Frankenstein, it triggers all his memories. He then awakens and says, "You." No. Frankenstein then intensifies and breaks free from his restraints, realizing he has supernatural strength, as Adam does. He then breaks his way out, fighting his way through the order, taking some shots and then jumping out of the window before landing on his feet. Barefoot and shirtless, wearing only trousers, he then runs. Adam then looks and goes, "Oh, Pretorius, what have you done?" "You must go after him," said Pretorius. "I will." Adam then jumps out the window and goes after him. A man then saying, "Should we set out a team?" "No. I want to see the creator and the creation. Have a drone ready and let's follow them." Adam then chases after Frankenstein, as Frankenstein is baffled by a modern-day London. Seeing a car, he's then struck by it and gets back up. He then runs even further into an alleyway before getting cornered. There, Adam stands before him saying, "So you remember everything, do you?" "Last thing I remember, I was freezing to death and dying in the captain's quarters." "That was over 230 years ago, Victor. It's the 21st century. 21st century? Yes. I stayed in the North Pole and freezed. And then they found me and you many centuries later and defrosted me. Only I woke up, you were dead. Until now, when you was brought back by Pretorius. I've become the very thing I created. I'm an abomination, a monster. No, Frankenstein. You made me. The fact that I'm here talking to you is more than you deserve from me. You killed my family. You killed my brother. Framed his au pair. Killed my father. Killed Elizabeth. Elizabeth did not deserve her fate. Don't you fucking dare, said Frankenstein. Don't you dare use her name. She's dead. I brought her back. Only for her to kill herself all over again, and it's all down to you. You caused all of this. You set the events in motion. You could not understand your own work, and you failed to take responsibility. I was a newborn. I did not know what was what. I had to learn everything myself. And now we're here. This world. People moving in small carriages without horses. They're called cars. An invention from the late 19th century. Didn't really take off until the 20th. Electricity has come a long way. People rely on it now for everything, or nearly everything. Electricity. That's what gave you life and me new life. What was it that he said, that man? I was rebirthed. You were. You're alive again. Why am I so strong? Maybe all the electrical currents put through your body have awoken and doubled your strength or something. It's how I was made strong. I mean, I was made out of various different people. Still am. So my life force is in an electrical storm too. It is. This does not change anything. Then a drone appears. What is this? Sorcery. It's not sorcery, Victor. It's science. It's a drone. Then a helicopter appears with Pretorius on. He then steps out of the helicopter saying, "Gentlemen, please. We have much to discuss, and I'm sure you two have much to catch up on. Why have you brought me back? The name is Septimus Pretorius, and I'm a scientist. I believe that you were gifted your knowledge ahead of your time, and yet you could not understand. I don't know how many times I've heard you say that Frankenstein did not understand his own work. But he didn't. I do. Let me show you, Victor, the science of today, how much it has come far, how much longer people are living for now, given your time. Let me help you, Victor Frankenstein. You too, Adam. I'm not joining your order. I'm loyal to the Foundation. Very good. Then another helicopter appears, this time from the Foundation, with Foundation agents coming out of nowhere, holding guns at the ready. Then Pretorius tells Victor, "You can come with me, you know, or you can take me to the order where I can explain everything and tell you that you've been brought back here for a reason." Victor then says, "This does not change anything. I'm going to find your weakness and I will make you suffer the way you did. I suffered enough already. But I look forward to our next meeting." Of course. Victor then grabs Pretorius and jumps, leaping a great distance, where the Order helicopter follows. Then Griffin reappears saying, "I saw all of that. What the hell has been happening since I've been away?" "A lot. And you didn't bother to tell me about this Order or Pretorius." "I did not think it was important, Adam." "Well, you should have, because they have brought back my father, and now that they have the science of his, there's no telling what they could do. Man cannot be a god." This is what I was worried about as well. Once man knows about monster, even more great terrors will unleash. Come, the sun will be rising soon. As the morning dawns, Adam angrily looks out the window, where Eve appears, saying, "So your father is alive?" "Yes, Eve. I don't want you going out anymore, at least not on my missions. If he comes near you, he might use you to get to me." "I can look after myself. But also I understand. I've heard that there is some trouble going on in Haiti, something with some voodoo witch doctors. I think I'll join a SWAT force and help them out. Let you deal with your demons." "Thank you, my love." He then kisses Eve, saying, "We will get through this. I know we will." "I know too. Goodbye for now, my dear." "You too, my sweet." As for Adam, he then prepares to arm himself. As for Grey, who then appears saying, "You can't deal with this yourself, you know." "I'm going on this mission, with or without a team, so keep out my way." "Very well. But we'll have a team at the ready to assist you whenever you need." "What?" "Yes. You seem to know your father, and this Pretorius, we know him too." Grey then hands him this small chip, a device. "Just push this button, and we will come to your aid and assist you in any way you need us to." "What are you going to do exactly?" "I'm going to destroy that machine. I'm going to delete and destroy that copy of Victor's journal, and you are all going to do the same here at the Foundation. No one should have that knowledge. And then I'm going to just, as an extra measure, I'm going to destroy Frankenstein's journal, and then I'm going to kill my father, and this time I will make sure his body is destroyed once and for all." "Very well. Good luck, Adam." "Does Griffin know of this?" "He does not, but while he is away, I run the roost." Oh, he's gone again, has he? He's been called away to France. Not far this time, but... Yes. You have my permission to do what you need to do with Frankenstein, and I will see to that no one should share his knowledge and science again. Good. Thank you, Dorian. Adam then arms himself and puts up his hood and walks out to go and deal with the evil crisis and face Frankenstein and Pretorius.